And Bill Gates, he has not been the biggest fan of crypto for a while. He's been a little worried, to say the least, and it's not for the reason that you guys would think. It's not for the reason I thought either. So he explained how the reason why he is not so pro-Bitcoin right now, among many reasons, but one of them is that he's concerned about the process required to actually produce and mine the digital currencies. He says it takes up so much energy to mine crypto, and it's only getting harder and harder. You need supercomputers that take up buildings. There's like, they look like entire cities where they're just computer stacked on computer stacked on computer, and that's how they mine the Bitcoin. And it takes up so much electricity to do this. And according to Bill Gates in a recent interview, he said Bitcoin uses more energy per transaction than any other method known to mankind. It takes up so much electricity, and that's not great for the environment. It's not a good climate thing. Another thing to consider is that according to a study by Cambridge University, they found that Bitcoin consumes more electricity to mine than the entire country of Argentina and the Ukraine. And to think about that, Bitcoin, it takes more energy to mine it than what entire countries consume in a year. And that's starting to get that seems mind-blowing. That's like the sand story we spoke about earlier. Like, how can you run out of sand? Same thing with Bitcoin. How can Bitcoin take up more energy to mine than an entire country? And like Argentina, Ukraine, those aren't small countries. Those aren't small countries by any means. It's not like we're talking about the Vatican, which is like the smallest country in the world. No, we're talking about substantial countries with tens of millions of people, and Bitcoin consumes more energy than that. So Bill Gates, he explained how that is his main concern. He said he could change his outlook on cryptocurrency if platforms embraced green energy practices for mining and for the transactions. But he said if it's not green electricity, if it's not green electricity, he's not really behind it. He doesn't like the idea of it for many reasons, but especially he's a big proponent of climate, spending money to help the environment, make sure the world is here for a long time. He's a big proponent of that. He wants to donate all of his money to, help out with these sort of initiatives. So that's why, for many reasons, why he doesn't like Bitcoin. And what he's saying has a good point. But at this point, they're either going to need to find new methods to mine Bitcoin and for the transactions. And the good news is with Bitcoin, there's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be mined. And we're getting close to that number. We're getting very close to having the total 21 million Bitcoin mined. It's not happening tomorrow, but we are getting a lot closer. So that won't be a worry pretty soon. But in the meantime, it still takes up a lot of energy.